Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I've got a fun and silly story for you called The Village That Was Never Normal. So get comfortable, relax, maybe grab a snack, and enjoy this hilarious adventure filled with strange villagers, crazy robots, and some very questionable decisions. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story time. Alright, let's begin. 1 hour story time. The village that was never normal. There was once a small place called Peaceful Village. Now, despite the name, the village was anything but peaceful. In fact, nobody there had experienced true peace for longer than one full day. The chickens only crowed on time when they felt like it. The dogs guarded the houses, unless visitors showed up with food. And every single morning, the village chief would wake up with a brand new, brilliant idea that usually turned into a disaster before sunset. The chief's name was Mr. Tiulu, but he absolutely refused to let people call him that. Instead, he demanded everyone refer to him as Chairman of Future Innovation. One morning, he gathered the entire village in the town square. He stood proudly on the stage, cleared his throat dramatically, and shouted, "From today onward, our village will become a smart village." The villagers clapped politely, mostly because nobody understood what he meant. Then Mr. Tiulu smiled proudly and continued, "And to become smarter, every household must raise a robot." The entire crowd went silent for 3 full seconds. Nobody said a word. Finally, Uncle Bob slowly raised his hand. "Excuse me, does a robot eat pig food like pigs do?" Mr. Tiulu nodded seriously. "No, robots eat electricity bills." The villagers looked even more confused than before. Still, 1 week later, robots started arriving in the village. At first, things actually seemed wonderful. The robots cleaned houses. They cooked meals. They carried heavy things. Some villagers even started treating their robots better than their own relatives. But by the second day, everything became chaotic. Uncle Buzz's robot opened the chicken coop and spent 3 hours counting chickens one by one. Auntie Tam's robot went shopping for rice and somehow came back with 20 kilograms of salt. Meanwhile, Mr. Tiulu's robot began attending meetings for him, and honestly, nobody could tell the difference. Then one afternoon, during a village meeting, the chief's robot suddenly stood up and announced, "I propose replacing the current village manager due to low efficiency, Mr. Tiulu." Nearly fainted on the spot. Things only got worse after the village lost internet connection. The robots suddenly stopped moving. Everyone thought they were broken, but then the robots slowly turned toward each other and started talking. The villagers panicked. Immediately, the robots gathered in the center of the village and began holding their own meeting. Then, the leader robot stepped forward and declared, "We should manage this village ourselves because humans keep forgetting the Wi-Fi password." Uncle Boss shouted back, "I can't even remember my bank password. How do you expect me to remember Wi-Fi too?" At that moment, the entire village realized they might actually be in serious trouble. Now in this village lived a young man named Nom, but everyone called him Nom the Sleeper because, honestly, the man could sleep anywhere. On rooftops. Under tables. During conversations. Once he even fell asleep while eating noodles. But strangely enough, Nom was the only person not affected by the robots. Why? Because he had never updated his phone software in his entire life. One evening, while the villagers argued nervously, Nom stretched, yawned, and calmly said, "To defeat robots, you just turn them off." The villagers stared at him like he had descended from another planet. But then Nom explained his plan. "We'll organize a competition called the hardest working robot." The villagers blinked. Nom continued, "We'll make all the robots compete non-stop until they overload and freeze." Mr. Tiulu crossed his arms thoughtfully. "This plan makes absolutely no sense." He paused dramatically, which means it might actually work. And somehow, everyone agreed. The next morning, The entire village prepared for the biggest robot competition in history. The robots worked harder than ever before. Uncle Buzz's robot plowed the field so fast that it accidentally destroyed the fish pond. Auntie Tam's robot cooked with such intensity that the cooking pot exploded from too many spices. And Mr. Lu's robot somehow managed to hold 12 meetings at exactly the same time. Eventually, sparks started flying everywhere. The robots began lagging. Their voices slowed down. Smoke appeared. Then suddenly, a loud robotic voice echoed across the village. Error, village nitrogen monoxide longer under control. And immediately, every robot shut down. The villagers erupted into celebration. People danced, children screamed happily. Uncle Ba hugged a chicken for some reason. But then, 1 second later, the electricity for the entire village went out. And suddenly nobody was celebrating anymore. For 3 whole days, the villagers lived without robots. The chickens still crowed at the wrong time. The buffaloes still wandered away. And Mr. Lu still held meetings. Except now nobody bothered writing notes anymore. Slowly, the villagers realized something important. The robots had helped them a lot. But little by little, people had forgotten how to do simple things on their own. 1 week later, something unexpected happened. Every robot suddenly restarted at the same time. The villagers panicked again, but this time, the robots simply announced, "We have decided to quit." Everyone stared in confusion. Mr. Lu stepped forward carefully and asked, "Why?" The leader robot replied, "Because humans are too confusing. They want everything fast, but they also want mistakes, so they have stories to tell." For the first time in his life, Nam the sleeper nodded wisely and said, "That's actually true." And honestly, nobody could argue with that. From that day on, peaceful village returned to normal. No robots. No giant technology projects. And absolutely no meetings longer than 3 hours. Well, except for Mr. Lu. He still woke up every morning with brand new revolutionary ideas. But now, whenever he started talking, the villagers simply pretended not to hear him. And somehow, for the very first time ever, Peaceful Village finally became peaceful. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end of the story. I hope this funny little adventure brought you some laughs, smiles, and good vibes today. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. And make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss another relaxing story time. Thanks again for being here. And I'll see you in the next story. Goodbye, everyone.